What's up, everybody? I came back from Scratchpad and got to scratch with some really influential people to me, and I took notice that I did some certain scratches that have kind of been lost in time because I had been doing them for 20 years with Enfoe. Enfoe was my scratch mentor through the years, and I just wanted to recap kind of the things that were discussed and kind of the things that we talked about during our scratch sessions in 2002 to about 2005 or so. Specifically, I want to do this just because there's just a few things that we've specifically done through the years that over time have kind of caught on, and basically Whips came out, and I kind of want to talk a little bit more about that. And this other thing that I specifically learned from Enfoe, from a posture that he had on the crossfader. I'm going to dub them Rotary Transformers. So yeah, basically wanted to document all this because it's kind of been in our hands for the past 20 years, and we just haven't talked about it or really showed it anywhere. And it's been 20 years, so it's time to talk about it, I guess. But yeah, big shout out to Scratchpad, DMC, everyone that made the trip to San Francisco that I saw. It was great to meet some of my scratch heroes, Quest, Hubert, Babu. It was great to meet Vect. It was great to meet, oh man, so many people. Rolly Rowe. Lots of people. Obviously, Enfoe and Dopez, we all practiced. We all came up together. DJ Pone, it was always a pleasure seeing him. And all the Can Beats crew. So yeah, let's talk about the scratches here. Whips, specifically whips, right? Whips were always like, I don't know, we were kind of doing them and never really called them whips, but we were just, I guess Enfoe dubbed it as that at one point. But we've been doing this kind of this scratch that everyone kind of dubs as whips. But I never really saw it as like a scratch technique. I saw it as more so like a thought process of like a way to turn off sound. A crossfader, this is a great way to turn off sound, right? Volume faders are a great way to turn off sound. Padding the record is a great way to turn off sound. Another great way to turn off sound is your knuckles. We were studying tears. Tears would like pull and then stop and then pull again. And we've seen lots of people doing it with their arms, with their forearm. We were kind of just playing around with like thinking of stopping sound with like your knuckle. So whips, I guess formally for me, I thought of it as like on The Simpsons when they discussed what is the sound of one hand clapping. It sounds like this. So you're using your knuckles to be able to tear very quickly, like this. Yeah, like this. Another thing is you could also do it forwards. So like, let's say your hand is on the record and you have the motor going. You can let the record go off. But you could also make two sounds by letting it go forward by bending your knuckle here and then dropping. And then you could do it back. That's whips, the back part of the whips, right? So you could go forward and backwards. And then you could also do the same thing with these knuckles here, these joints here, your finger joints. So these are all ways you can turn sound on and off. So if you put that in conjunction with the crossfader, it'll be like Yeah, so that was kind of like our experiments with whips and kind of the mentality of using your knuckles and your finger joints and your fingertips as ways of stopping sound while doing it all with motor assistance and being able to pull back and forward with your forearm. So it's other ways you can introduce turning on and off sound. The next thing I wanted to talk about that was kind of lost in time and that we've been doing for quite some time is I'm going to call these Rotary Transformers. The reason I'm calling them this is because I asked Enfo if he had a name for this at Scratchpad about a week ago, and he said no, he really didn't. And basically, they're Transformers, and they've been done the exact same way, more or less, for a long time. Where let's say you use your crossfader, and you're used to pressing in at 0 degrees, like this, right? I saw Enfo going and turning his hand and pushing downwards, like around like 35, 45 degrees in this sector. And then he was able to create more transformers by rotating and then bring it down to 0 degrees and then going down also. So it looks like you're turning a doorknob or turning a knob. So it's more so like a rotary motion. So you have this type of motion going. And it's cool because like this is a repetitive motion that people can get tired of. If you put a lot of pressure on your wrists, it can be quite tiring. And your fingers can only do repetitive movements so much also. Obviously, people can crab, people can twiddle. Those are like things, but remember, we're trying to do this stylistically with the transformer, right? So the way we've been able to do this is like turning a knob, rotary. So let's see. It will sound kind of like this. So it sounds like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. More or less, you can go 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 with this by pulsing. You can basically pulse with your forearm here. Also adjust with your wrist. Also adjust with like your knuckle and pulse with your hand. Any way that you're able to like distribute the repetitive motion and make it different each time by pulsing. And you could turn like this, pinch like this, and turn like this, and you can basically pulse transformers very quickly. But yeah, I wanted to kind of put this out there, and make sure that it didn't get lost in our sessions 20 years ago with me and Enfo. And I wanted to describe it because it's something that, we'd experimented with and kind of just, had in our hands. And obviously whips have become a pretty big deal. And I think, I just wanted to do this just for my friend Enfo. He's probably one of the greatest scratchers that I've ever scratched with and encountered. And I'm sure the world knows that too. But I just wanted to do it for my friend, and make sure that it's put out there so that we could have it out there and make sure that Enfo is recognized for his contribution for this. So I wanted to thank everyone out there, whoever is listening. If you can, like, subscribe this. Share it so that it gets out there and people can start applying the techniques, and afterwards we can see what comes out of the application of this and what changes and modifications can be done. A lot of scratching is basically a lot of the techniques have been done, and it's combinations and postures and changes and little things that make the big changes nowadays. I feel like this is something that changed how I scratch quite a bit, just hanging out with Chris a long time ago. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy it. Feel free to share this. Just let them know. This is from Big Dog Info. So I'm DJ Manila Ice. Hope this is helpful, and thank you very much.